What up, IDS Mob? Harry Wilmington here. Today, we're going to be answering a guy's question who wants to know, how do you date a woman when you don't have a car? And his question goes something like this. He says, what if I don't currently have a driver's license or a car? I just got my permit last month and am learning to drive. How do I take a girl on a date? I'm 26. I've been walking to a coffee shop every morning to see what happens. It's mostly a confidence issue. So here's the thing, guy. When I first moved to LA, for the first 4 years that I was in Los Angeles, I had no car. I had lost it. It broken down when I was in Atlanta, and I lived there for 2 years. And at the time, I was not earning enough money to have a car. So I'm very proficient and very confident when I say, you do not need a car to date women. Does it help your odds at being able to keep her? Abso-freaking-lutely. But here's what I learned in my 4 years when I didn't have a car, is that I was lying to myself by thinking that women wouldn't like me because I didn't have a car. Because the reality is, there are plenty of other ways to get around. There's buses, you can get a bike, you can ask friends for rides. Now they got motorized scooters and stuff that'll take you wherever. But the point is, I understand why there's a stigma there, or a thought that if you don't have a car, women aren't going to date you, because we're thinking, man, how many times do women complain about, I don't want to have to drive a guy everywhere and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I don't want him using me for my car. And if he doesn't have a car, it means he has no money. And I want a guy with money and all this other stuff. And it's not to say that some of that stuff can't be true. But what I found in my journey was this, is that for one, as long as I was showing these women on dates that I was going to treat them better than any other guy that's come before them, they didn't care. The second thing I learned is that women are typically looking for you to be more self-sufficient, more so than having to use them for their resources. And so what I would do for my dates is, let's say first date, I said, let's meet at this pizza shop, right? I would catch the bus there. I'd get there. They'd say, oh, where's your car? I'd be like, oh, I caught the bus here. I don't have a car. Like, oh, okay. And so we'd have a good time on the date, making sure I'm making her laugh, building rapport, talking about stuff, paying for whatever pizza we got. And then at some point in the night, say it's usually most dates be like an hour and a half or so. So at the hour and a half mark, I'd be like, okay, well, I gotta go. And she'd be like, oh, wait, no, I wanna keep talking. And I'd be like, well, I can't because, the bus has stopped at some point and I gotta get home. But hey, it was great meeting you. And I will, this has been great. If I built up enough rapport on that date, and if I made her feel things that she's felt from no other guy, the next things out of her mouth are usually, well, I can take you home. And this would do two things. One, I'd get a ride home faster. And also, we're now at my place. She's now at my place. She volunteered to take me to my place. I didn't have to ask her, hey, come back to my place. We're already here. So now, the next steps to go from being in her car to being in my bedroom, or possibly doing things in her car in front of my place, is very, very easy, okay? And then from that point on, same thing. Anytime we have a date, I would just say, hey, I'll meet you there. Usually after the second or third date, they'd be volunteering to pick me up. Why? Because by that point, again, I've made them feel things. They have high interest. We've probably been to the bedroom a couple of times, so she's really hooked on me. And at that point, me not having a car doesn't become an issue, unless we get into an argument or a fight. Then it goes back to, well, but you don't have a car, blah, 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 blah. And so there is the thing of that could potentially be used against you later on if you do something to annoy her and she wants to push in your face. But again, that's really not the kind of woman you want to date anyway, because the kind of woman you want to date ideally is not going to push the things that you don't have or some of the struggles that you're having in your life into your face, okay? But all I'll say is this, is that ultimately it's really about the mindset you have when you're dating these women. If you come to the table saying, well, I don't have a car and it's gonna be a problem, then it's gonna be a problem. If you come to it saying, you know what, even if I don't have a car, I can still get to the date on time, I can still show her the best time that she has in her life, and I'm still working towards getting my car and license, but obviously it means I have money to do that, which means I have money to take her on a date, so she should have a good time regardless if I have a car or not. Then you'll find that the result you'll get on dates is you'll have women that grow an attraction to you and darn near forget that you don't have a car, all right? So really, again, this is why I tell you guys it's so important that you as the guy have to recognize that women are looking for you to lead the relationship. And they're gonna also be looking at you for what things should or should not bother them about the relationship. So if you come into this saying, I don't have a car, it's gonna bother women, then that's the oil you're giving off. And that's what is going to get returned back to you, is that all these women are going to be bugged by the fact that you don't have a car. Versus if you go into it saying, I'm still going to show her the best time of her life, all she cares about is that you're showing her a good time, that you're treating her better than any guy's ever treated her, that you're ideally showing her a great time in the bedroom, and that you are a guy that is still on the up and up, meaning that you're a guy that's on the grow. And most women also too, and this is what I don't think men really appreciate about women, is that women, they look at us and they're very hopeful, they see great potential in us, and they want to see us rise to that potential and possibly help us get to that potential. So if you don't have a car, but you're treating her the best you can treat her and she's enjoying it, all she's going to think is, he doesn't have a car now. But you know what? If he gets a better station in life, then he'll eventually get some kind of car. And you know what? I don't mind being on that journey. In fact, I want to be the one to help him, because again, women that like you, they're going to want to be a helpmate to you. They might be the ones that come along and say, hey, well, have you thought about this or this way to be able to make money, to be able to get a car? And this doesn't mean that she's not going to like you if you don't have a car. But again, women are looking at you with hope and your potential. She sees in you great potential to be able to make the kind of money you need to make to support yourself in all aspects of your life, whether it's getting an apartment, getting a house, or getting a car, all right? So don't let that be the thing that makes you think women are going to be off-putted by you, okay? Go into each of these dating situations knowing full well you can get to the date, you're going to treat her great, and ideally, it's not going to bug her. And for the women that it does bug, you know what? Hey, some women are going to want guys that have cars, just like some men are going to want women that are in shape while other ones don't give a crap. We all have our preferences to some things. Ultimately, at the end of the day, for everyone you find that's going to be bugged that you don't have a car, you'll find 3 out there that are like, but if he's not hitting me, and if he's not talking to me the wrong way, and he's doing really good with me in bed, then I don't care. All right? Talking from experience, dude, it is what it is. But anyway, hopefully, God, this helps you out. For the rest of you, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/HarryWilmington. Be sure to like this video as well. And while you're at it, guys, hey, subscribe to the Introvert Dating Success Membership Academy. This is the Netflix of dating advice, where you will see hundreds of hours of videos, audios, programs, ebooks, all designed to help you date as your introverted self while still getting your precious alone time. You can go to the website right now at introvertdatingsuccess.com and sign up for a free 2-day trial. You can also go there to sign up for one-on-one phone coaching by clicking on the coaching tab as well. Also, guys, if you just want to leave me a monetary thank you, there's a tip jar tab there also. Apparently, people like to tip me because they find this stuff helpful. So if you found this helpful, then consider leaving a tip as well. That's all I got. I'm Harry Wilmington. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Introvert Dating Success Podcast. Visit us at introvertdatingsuccess.com for more great tips on attracting women using your natural introvert charm. Oh, yeah.